क्लाइमेट चेंज मुद्दा नहीं है, हकीकत है।
The sixth edition of the SDG Summit was curated with the aim to transform the world by changing ideas to solutions. The summit convened leaders from government, business, international organizations, and civil society.
We often hear that sustainability is the need of the hour, but I don't think we give it the importance that it deserves. We don't feel it unless it affects us. We don't feel it unless the air we breathe becomes so polluted that we develop respiratory diseases. We don't feel it until cancer rates rise in our society. We don't feel it unless our ecosystems collapse. And look at where we've landed ourselves. India is home to 39 of the world's 50 most polluted cities. And in Delhi, residents lose 9 years of their life expectancy to pollution. Species are getting extinct. Oceans are dying with 8 billion tons of plastics. In simple words, Mother Nature is on life support. But there is hope. Businesses are beginning to wake up to the reality that sustainability is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. But we have to be sure of two things. Neither will this change in mindset happen too fast because of the way last 50 years capitalism has grown, and nor will it happen voluntarily. We will need to create strong, implementable regulatory frameworks that tie capitalism to sustainability in a way that makes them inseparable. India is home to 1.4 billion people and their dreams, with a stark divide between urban India and rural Bharat. We have to lift millions out of poverty and create millions of jobs. While we are doing a phenomenal work in the space of building digital infrastructure, the greatest challenge to sustainability in India lies in our energy sector. Over 70% of our power still comes from coal, and needless to say, energy is the backbone of development. Greening our energy sector has the ability to green the sectors that consume this green power. Under the leadership of our Prime Minister, we are working on the biggest energy access and energy transition programs in the history of mankind, with an ambition of making an energy independent India that is not dependent on oil exporting nations. Hopefully, India will forge its own path of development that blends profit with purpose, powering billions of dreams of Bharat and leading to inclusive growth, as envisioned by our Prime Minister's mantra, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Jai Hind. Thank you.
I believe sustainability is a very broad term. It could mean a lot of things for people. The most important element, as far as India is concerned, is energy transition. Even today, 70% of our energy, country's energy, is sourced from coal, right? And is the cause of the carbon emissions that we see in the country, right? As a country, we have decided that our development is not going to be like the development of the West. We will be more careful in the way we develop. And decarbonizing the industrial sector, especially the hard to abate sectors, is something that we really has to be our top priority. And them transitioning to greener fuels, greener energy is the need of the hour, right? And as an organization, we are trying to create solutions that can make these industries net zero, right? Working on solutions where we can combine multiple technologies, solar, wind, and battery, to create solutions that can give round-the-clock renewable energy to these large corporates and help them decarbonize. We set up plants in the remotest of locations of this country. We go set up our plants there. Of course, those plants are meant to supply power to some of the large corporates, but the power is actually being consumed then locally, right? Otherwise, those areas wouldn't have really got power, right? We still, while there is energy access, but the power is not reaching them. Apart from that, the initiatives that corporates have to take when they are setting up manufacturing units, setting up plants there, we really need to include the community in the development, and initiatives on health, initiatives on education, initiatives on environment have to play a very, very important role, and are playing a very important role. I believe businesses are now waking up to the fact that sustainability is no longer a buzzword. It's not a boardroom word. It's not a word that has to be a part of journals. We really have to do something about it now. And we really hope that businesses in the country, the government, the non-profit institutions come together and include the Bharat in this development.